You may have heard of Haiti. This small island in the Caribbean Sea often makes the headlines for political instability, social unrest, health crises. It hardly ever receives the attention it deserves for its pivotal role in the abolition of slavery. Haiti was the first country to renounce imperialism, racism, and win, the only nation whose Declaration of Independence in 1803 formally put an end to slavery.
Tout l'autre gros mouvement fait, ou bien même mouvement religieux, yo pas aboli l'esclavage. C'est Révolution haïtienne seule qui fait ça. Donc, définitivement, un aspect spécial et unique là-dedans.
Even though there is much to be gained by studying the Haitian Revolution, it rarely features in any curriculum outside of Haiti. It is important to understand the key moments in the history that shaped and defined the revolution. The island where modern-day Haiti exists had been inhabited by indigenous groups as early as 5000 BCE. By 600 AD, the Taino and Arawakan people were the most prominent group settled on the island, which they named Quisqueya, and the Haitian side of the island they named Haiti, meaning land of the mountains. Their society was organized into chiefdoms similar to the Scottish clans. By the time the European explorers landed, the population stood at 1 million Taino people with a socio-economic system that provided sustenance for all. But that didn't stop Christopher Columbus for claiming the island for Spain in 1492, calling it La Isla Española, the Spanish island, which was later referred to as Hispaniola. The Arawakans were enslaved, and it is estimated that 80% died in forced labor, torture, and disease that persisted. Since historical figures are largely dictated by the victor's calculation, it is difficult to ensure their accuracy. However, many descendants of the original Taino inhabitants of Quisqueya speak out in their mother tongue, Arawakan, Guaca Taino Yahabo, which translates to, "We are still here, we are not ghosts in the wind." The Spanish began importing Africans as slaves, considered chattel property in 1520, and the French established themselves in the western side of the island around 1629, with the Treaty of Ryswick in 1697 dividing the island into Saint-Domingue on the French side and Santo Domingo on the Spanish side. In 1750, Haiti was making France very wealthy. Being the world's largest supplier of sugar, it supplied over half of the world's sugar and coffee through the forced labor of 500,000 enslaved Africans. By the time the war on slavery began in 1791, the enslaved Haitians of African descent made up 90% of the population, over 400,000.
Au niveau démographique, qui était complètement différent de l'autre colonie.
There are places and people momentous to the Haitian Revolution. One such place is Beau Taneus-Miller, located in the north of Haiti, where on August 13 to 14, 1791, Haitians gathered and made a pact. Liberty or death, they proclaimed. Every man and woman in Haiti should be free. The ceremony happened in the same location where Macandal had carried out his resistance tactics in the 1750s. The ceremony was led by Juti Boukman, who was a Mawan leader. Born in Jamaica, Juti Boukman was sold to an English enslaver who brought him to Haiti. Mawans were people who had escaped enslavement by navigating the waterways, mountains, and caves to form self-sufficient communities and disrupt the plantation economy through organized attacks, which often involved burning crops, poisoning the plantation owners. The other leader of the Beau Taneus-Miller ceremony was a woman called Cécile Fatima, the daughter of an enslaved Haitian of African Igbo ancestry and a Corsican prince. Enslaved women were often subjected to sexual violence, and at the time of the Revolution, those of mixed ancestry made up 5% of the population. At Beau Taneus-Miller, the gathered came from all over the country to plan an insurrection against French colonial rule, vowing to burn as many plantations as possible within 1 week. The goal being to prevent the slave economy from functioning. This event is considered to be the very beginning of Haiti's war on slavery. Some call it a voodoo ceremony, and others call it a war council. The message was clear: slavery had to end, no matter if they died ending it. It is told that it was a night of great rain and thunder that Cécile Fatima killed a black pig, and the blood of the pig was shared to seal this pact to end slavery in Haiti. The idea of using the blood of an animal to make a commitment is a ritual that comes from the motherland, Dahomey in Africa, but also symbolic in many other world religions.
Faut nous poser un dernier acte avec toute force nation pour assurer liberté abjaï pour tout temps dans le pays ici là côté nous fait là.
Coming from the Beau Taneus-Miller ceremony were the 12 principles of the Haitian Revolution. Number 1, tout moun c'est moun, page moun ba c'est moun, meaning every single person is a person, no one is more than a person than another. The second, tout moun gen place yo en bas ciel la, everyone has its place under the blue sky. It means no one should be forgotten and everyone is to be represented. The third, if there is enough for one, there is enough for two. Si gen pou yun, gen pou deux. This is to remind people that sustenance, land, and opportunity belong to everybody. The fourth, chaque moun gen façon parli pou la prier. Meaning, everyone has their own way to pray. Respect the way everyone prays. Meaning, respect people's voice. How they pray and what they believe is up to them. No one's religious practice is better than the other, and no one should be persecuted for their belief. The fifth, ça nous pas connaît, puis grand passé nous. What we don't know is greater than us. Whatever the time, whatever the place, is one of the many experiences a civilization could have done. We all have to admit only there are many possibilities in existence that happen before our eyes. One of the great words that exist in Haitian society comes from the time of the Revolution, and that word is profond, referring to the process of acquiring knowledge by continuously living in awe. It is Haitian to chercher la connaissance, meaning Haitians are well versed in looking for knowledge.
All Haitians are descendants of Beau Taneus-Miller, and if it were not for this pact and solidarity, slavery would not have been eradicated. The French didn't give Haiti freedom, they took it, and the descendants are still paying the price for being the first country to snatch their freedom.
Pour arriver voir nos façons, pour dépasser toute barrière négative ça yo, et puis non seulement ou vin réussir techniquement au niveau individuel, mais ou créer une autre réalité, collectivité qu'on fait partie de lui.
Integrating aspects of the Beau Taneus-Miller principles and Dessalines' speech of 1804 is the national anthem of Haiti, called La Dessalinienne. This anthem is more than a symbol of resilience. It is a call to the Haitian people continuously to defend their freedom.
For Haiti, the country of the ancestors, we must walk hand in hand. There must not be traitors among us. We alone must be our own master.
The music and language of Haiti is a historical archive in itself, functioning as a means of expressing the collective experience and group consciousness. The sound and lyrics documenting slavery, revolution, migration, and the unflinching Haitian spirit. Musical influences came from many different countries in Africa, and the cultural implications of this are vast and emphasize sights, sounds, and movements. Haitians created their own music genre, religion, and language, all of which embodied the revolution itself. Creole, which fuses vocabulary and grammar from African languages, French and Taino, was integral in winning the independence for Haiti. If one wants to know what the revolution sounded like, they only need listen to Creole being spoken or Haitian music being played. The Maouans marched on the battlefield in a soundscape of drums, trumpets, and a shell that blows like a horn, the lambi.
Toussaint Louverture, the outstanding military leader that led the war against the French army from 1791 to 1803, was born on the Breda plantation and enslaved. His father, taken from Africa, was the seventh king of Alada. He dropped the name given to him by enslavers, François Breda, and took on the name of Toussaint Louverture, meaning of all saints opening doors. Toussaint Louverture managed to play all three European armies against each other, and Napoleon Bonaparte of France, rightfully so, saw him as a rival. He sent 20,000 French troops to Haiti in 1802 to reinforce slavery on the island. In 1803, after Toussaint Louverture was arrested and taken to prison in France, Haitians from all over the country mobilized to drive the French out. Jean-Jacques Dessalines, trained by Toussaint and fought alongside him, was named a general. Along with Creole, Dessalines spoke Yoruba, an African language, and his closest troops were said to be the newly arrived from Africa. The Polish contingent of the French army sided with the Haitian cause for freedom, and by 1803 they had defected the French army and joined General Jean-Jacques Dessalines for the defining battle, Bataille Vétier, the last major battle of the Haitian Revolution. General Dessalines is credited to have said, "The Polish are to be children of the island." To this day, descendants of the Polish legionnaires live in Haiti. The Declaration of Independence happened for the entire island of Haiti on January the 1st, 1804, and it is the origin story of Haiti as a free country for Black and Indigenous people. In his wisdom, Dessalines said, "Haiti has won independence, but all other forms of independence are yet to come." It is estimated that 100,000 European troops died between 1791 and 1804, whereas upwards of 350,000 Haitians died. Sanute Belair was one of the many women who fought on the battlefield. She fought alongside Toussaint Louverture and was promoted to lieutenant. She led many battles. When she was captured and threatened with beheading, she insisted upon death by musketry, which was at the time considered to be the most honorable death for a captured soldier. Her final words, "Vive liberté, à bas esclavage," "Long live freedom, down with slavery," were proclaimed around the country.
Discours que Dessalines prononçait 1er janvier 1804 là, c'est en créole qu'il était prononcé. Et il a précisé que dans la correspondance Dessalines, c'est en créole il dit ça le pensait et puis secrétaire là, que ce soit Bois-Montonnerre ou Juge Chanlat, il mettait dans la langue française ou bien dans la langue anglaise. C'est pas parce que Dessalines pas parler français, mais Dessalines est conscient de rôle que langue créole a joué dans cimenter tout le monde ensemble.
Henri Christophe is the revolutionary leader responsible for building La Citadelle, considered to be the first example of African-derived colonial architecture. It was designated by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1982. Crucial to the revolution were the cisterns to store food and water for up to 5,000 up to 1 year, and the storehouses for keeping weapons and ammunition.
A homage to the first Black republic in the Americas is the Haitian flag. More than an emblem of Haitian independence, it stood as a beacon of abolition, spreading hope of racial equality and inspiring collective freedom-making throughout the world. Ask any Haitian and they'll tell you that the flag says "Liberté ou soit la mort," meaning it's either freedom or it's death. Dessalines, on May 18, 1803, rips the white band from the French flag and entrusts woman revolutionary Catherine Flon with the task of sewing back together the blue and the red to form the Haitian flag.
We have a flag like all peoples. Let us love it, die for it. It was not a gift from the whites. It was our ancestors' blood that was shed. Let us hold our flag high. Let us work together and focus that other countries may respect it. The flag is the soul of every Haitian.
Faut que nous clair. C'est soit nous libres ou soit nous mourir. Indépendance ou soit la mort. Parole sacrée ça yo doit rassembler nous et puis c'est yo qui pour mot d'ordre bataille nous ak réunion nous.